spoke to Mexico. We have a former 16-year employee and top marketing executive. He was directed by Coca-Cola in Mexico to become involved in illegal, monopolistic activity. He was told to become involved in illegal activity to destroy all the competition at the 700,000 mom and pop stores where 80% of soft drinks are sold in Mexico. He refused. They brought him to another meeting, put an armed guard outside the door, brought in a notary just to witness him under great duress on a letter of resignation, which he did. He thought, I'm going to get out of this company. I've got a wife and 2 young children. I'm in my mid-30s. And he got out, and he figured they owed him a lot of money, and Coca-Cola said, we don't owe you anything, you never worked for the company. So all the money being built up, they claim now we don't owe it. Well, what happened, based on his lawsuit, what came out of his lawsuit, that has led investigators in Mexico to investigate Coke around an illegal scheme of outsourcing and tax evasion, and we are accusing, I am accusing, and I think there's a lot of evidence to back it up, that Coca-Cola has cheated Mexican workers out of hundreds of millions of dollars in compensation pay, and the Mexican government out of millions of dollars in tax revenues. And then, of course, here in the United States, right now, brewing right here in New York, there's very serious issues of racial discrimination at the plants in Massachusetts, Queens, and out in Elmsford, Westchester. And that's tip of the iceberg. I didn't even talk about India. We can talk about, real quick, I'll just mention India, like Mexico, El Salvador. But in India, where every day for years, demonstrations, large and small, have taken place, 2 Coca-Cola plants have been shut down. One in the state of Kerala has been down since 2004. Coca-Cola, it was what's called a high-powered committee in the state of Kerala in India, said that Coca-Cola has to pay at least $48 million in damages. They haven't paid a penny yet for all the damage that they've done, because in India, Coke has gone with scarce water sources. They've stolen the water, they've polluted the water, and they've prevented farmers from having water for irrigation, and communities and families from having water for sanitation and drinking water. And that's the tip of the iceberg. So with that,
ordinary high school student, right? I don't know much about the issue. Why should I care?
well, that's a good question, and the reason you should care is, number one, I would hope that you have a sense, or it's instilled in you by your parents, or by your school, that you have a sense that there's a right and there's a wrong. There's a sense that we have not only compassion, we have empathy for somebody or something that's being harmed, okay? And we want to do something about it, and that's why you should be concerned. What Coca-Cola is doing, which is harming a lot of people, you could end up being harmed either by Coca-Cola in some way or by some other corporation or institution. And one thing is for sure, if there's a gun pointed to your head, you want somebody to come and get that gun. You want to live, you want to survive, you don't want to suffer. And that's why you should care. We need to have a society with a lot more compassion and a lot more empathy. Unfortunately, our society and societies around the world look more and more like everything is based on greed and on narcissism and on what's in it for me, when there really are a lot of people out there that say, wait a minute, you know, tell you the truth, if somebody's going to get clubbed, I'd rather have it be me than somebody else, but if I find somebody else being hurt, I'm going to go help them. And that's, I think, we need that kind of person.
And I think definitely school like St. Peter's Prep will show that level of empathy and compassion.
I would sure hope so, and if that's the case, I don't expect Coke to be on campus much longer. I know they got rid of him at one time. I'm sorry to hear that somebody was ever to bring it back, but certainly I would expect with the commitment of a couple of fellows like yourself and the compassion you seem to have, that hopefully you'll have a shot at president over there at St. Peter's Prep.